Okay.
Okay, so Tony,
Uh,
you got the
This,
floor.
yeah, I want to inform everybody that not to knock no genre, not to knock it. But right now, and let's say a Beyonce concert,
Okay,
okay, maybe $60-$70 a ticket, okay,
all right.
versus a EDM concert. Well, it's not a concert. We're talking about strictly DJs.
Okay,
Where,
so why
where
wouldn't that be a concert? I mean, you still have somebody performing.
it is kind of a concert, but
Mhm.
it's not. He's not singing. He's not. He's just
Okay,
spinning.
okay,
You cannot compare the stages and the sound systems
No.
of EDM venues,
hmm
R&B, hip hop, salsa. You got to see these stages and the sound system they got, and you're gonna pay $200-$300 to get in.
Oh, for sure.
And
Without a drink.
yeah, and you're gonna and you need a stadium to do it. You
Okay,
can't just you cannot stick Diplo in a nightclub and expect it not to be a problem. Diplo, they fill stadiums. DJ Carl Cox stadiums. You know, so
yeah.
imagine how big it is.
Wow.
The tickets are more than any R&B,
Fun. It just like
any artist. Any artist, the tickets are more expensive to see these DJs play than to see a major artist play.
yeah, but that's in the UK. That's not here, right?
Here,
Here
Is it
too.
here? It's here too?
Yeah.
ultra here.
Okay.
They got this thing called Ultra. The Ultra party, they got millions of people flying in from all over the world to these events.
I told you
Yep.
I learned so much
Hey,
from you guys.
here in Orlando, I live in Orlando, and in Miami, stadiums of 80 that hold 80,000 people, they still got to turn people away.
Jeez. I'm gonna definitely
And the
on the wagon
stages
now.
and the sound systems is like no other.
Well, yeah, with that, I can only imagine because of that environment and how huge it is, they have to have an awesome sound system.
Oh my God, when you got a chance to go to YouTube and see some of these festivals,
Okay, I am definitely gonna do that.
you cannot see the back of it. Seriously.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is for both of you guys. What achievements have you guys achieved that you are most proud of? Because you guys are into some of everything. So what's what is most important that you're really proud of something that you did?
You
Well,
see? Go ahead, see.
okay, this is we're not where we think we should be as far as because it's music is like one day you're nothing and then next month you're a multi-star.
Okay,
That's how music is anyway, you know.
right.
But with the talent that me and Anthony share,
Mhm.
uh it's our we are growing, and it's being crazy. It's crazy because we got the record label. We got sometimes 3 or 4 songs on the charts.
Okay.
You know, and to me, it's just I want to be recognized for making good music. Making good music and making people dance and happy, and Tony T, Boricua Posse, and we're doing it. Trust me, we're ringing. Our names are ringing all over the place.
Okay. Anthony?
Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've done a lot in this business where I can say Um, it's been an honor for me all the way. It's been a true honor for me. One of the things that I got to accomplish was, last year hip hop hit its 50th year.
Right.
So there was hip hop concerts everywhere.
Everywhere. They were everywhere.
So I live in New Jersey.
Okay.
So I live in Patterson, New Jersey. So I get a phone call from the mayor's office of Newark. So the mayor's office of Newark calls me and asks me if I'm interested in performing in their 24 hours of peace concert. I was not familiar with what the concert entailed or what anything. I just knew they wanted me to come and make some noise, and that's one thing I will do: come and make some noise.
Okay.
So, they told me I would go on around 12:30, and I'm like, 12:30 is like early in the day. Nobody's gonna be there. What are y'all doing? They tell me midnight. I said,
Oh.
whoa. I said, okay, now we're cooking with oil. So, they tell me, oh, you're gonna go on at the Ghostface Killer and the Locks. And I said, excuse me? Excuse me? They were like, yeah, that's I said, all right. So I thought, I was being punked by Ashton Kutcher or something like that. So I said, y'all better stop playing with me on my phone. Y'all know how I get, right? I get real nasty. So no, it was actual. So then when I got there, Jim Jones was performing, Dipset. Then Little Mo performed, Pleasure P performed. And I'm on this list with all these legendary hip hop artists. I'm the only one there doing house music. And they had to have me there. You know what the mayor said?
What?
This is what the mayor of Newark said. I love and respect all these hip hop legends, but we needed, and excuse my French, we needed to shake our ass. We wanted some house music. We wanted one of the loudest performers from New York City. They picked me, an honor, because
Honor.
they could have picked Elias, who lives here in Jersey as well, and they could have picked Strafe, who's from New York, but they said we want you. And for me, it was an honor to touch the 50th, to be part of that 50th year of hip hop thing. And when I tell you that this stage was like the EDM stages that Tony's describing, when I got there was about 40,000 people.
At 12 o'clock, at midnight?
At midnight. The concert is a 24 hours concert.
Okay.
It's from 12 to 12.
Okay.
So it was 12 o'clock the day prior to the day after 12 o'clock.
Right.
So it's, and it was like at 4 a.m, when it was over, they were going to do the Biggie Smalls movie, and that's how they were ending the whole concert.
Okay.
But it was performing all day, all night through the next night. Then DJ, a lot of legendary hip hop DJs, they did a lot of sets during the day and the night. And that was like one of my biggest moments, to be part of hip hop. Because I've always been with like Latin club music artists, reggaeton artists, all the other artists, but to be there with them, that was amazing, and but one of my greatest accomplishments, which I never thought that I would get, was that I currently am the director of talent for the Puerto Rican Day Parade of the city of Yonkers, New York. So they gave me a proclamation letter a few years back, and I got my own calendar date. That's like the biggest thing for me.
Oh my goodness.
So
what's the date? What's your calendar date?
April 23rd in the city of Yonkers is Boricua Posse Day.
Okay, April 23rd.
Yes. Yeah. And I told all my ghetto friends from Yonkers, because I have a few of them.
Okay.
I told all of them, I said, listen, just because it's Boricua Posse Day, I cannot help you get your food stamps increased. No, I can't. So, I had to let them know I couldn't do that for them.
Okay, I got it.
I was like, yeah, this is not getting mine increased. I'm not going to get yours.
I got you. Okay, so you guys, what lessons have you learned over your whole time doing music that you wish somebody had told you about?
Read what you're signing. That's what I wish somebody would have told me 27 years ago. read what you're signing.
Okay.
Back in the 90s, and Tony could tell you, a lot of artists were bamboozled, swindled, thrown under the rug, swept under the rug, thrown away because they did not read their contracts. They did not bother to read the fine print. They didn't bother to see why those letters are so small at the bottom and why it's 72 pages. You know, and that's one of the major things that a lot of artists need to remember. Read. If you, and this is what kills me, a lot of people get a cell phone contract and they'll read all of it, but you get a recording contract and you don't read none of it. Then when the mess hits the fan, you're like sitting there going, why am I still here and everybody else is there? You didn't read your contracts. You didn't read the paperwork. You didn't study. You didn't do any, you know, you didn't check into things, you know? You can't just sign. When I signed with Tony, before I signed with Tony, I already knew who he was, what he was about, and what direction he was trying to go in without speaking to him. So then when I got to speak with him and got to meet him and got to work with him and decided to sign with him, I was confident. I was very confident to the point where I did not have to read with him.
Okay.
Because we both have the same view.
Okay.
You know, we both have the same view. And in our front and in our rear view mirror, all we see is house music.
Wow.
We don't see nothing else.
Tony, what do you wish someone had told you earlier in your career?
Told me in my career is I don't, when it comes down to music, it's you know it's kind of hard because I've been DJing since '78. You know,
Yeah.
Yes, in '78 it was, even though the I wasn't dealing with record labels and I wasn't dealing with that. I was just strictly DJing and at that time nobody could have gotten higher than what I got. You know what I'm saying? Maybe now. You know, but at the time I was traveling, I was, you know, but I just wish I could have started producing earlier.
Okay.
Because I don't know what stopped me. It was, you know, since I was already making money, and you know, you're young and you think I don't need that, and you know that, and I believe the guys that are winning Grammys now that they used to look up to me back in the days, I had an advantage over them, and I never capitalized on it. You know.
Okay.
But it's not too late. It's not too late.
That is
it's not. I wake up, music. I go to sleep, music, and I barely sleep. And Anthony barely sleeps. Seriously, you people say I don't know how you do it, but you know I'm at an age right now where I'm not gonna lay back and say, "Oh, I could wait till 6 months later."
No. Well, you guys, it has been an honor and a pleasure to talk to you guys tonight. I have learned so much from you two. So I have one last question for both of you. What advice would you give an upcoming DJ or upcoming singer or producer to let them know? Because there are things, just like you guys just said, that there are things that you wish you had known. So what advice would you give to an upcoming producer or DJ or singer?
Tony, go ahead.
Listen. Yeah, people. That's the biggest problem nowadays. They don't take advice. They don't listen. You know. Just make sure all your stuff is copyrighted. A lot of guys that I know personally, I've told them, put your stuff out there without making a copyright. They do it anyway. They just don't know that some people that are into music, they live off taking other people's stuff, and if you don't got a copyright, you can't take them to court. You can't do nothing. You know.
Yeah. Wow.
Listen, it's the number one.
Listen is another one.
Listen. Yeah, you got and you know, listen to the, and not just anybody, you know, just for a person I've been there for a lot of years, take advice. Take advice.
Anthony? What
My
would you give
advice
them?
to some of the artists is first, uh, do not put all of your music on SoundCloud, YouTube, this one, the other one, the other one. You don't put the whole song on any of those platforms.
Okay.
For a number of reasons. Number one is it could get pirated. Or number two, you put it out there for free, right? And now when you want to sell it, who want to buy it?
Because they already have it because it's free.
Exactly. So you put a 30-second, 1 minute snippet, and if you're as good as your music, in 1 minute, if in 1 minute they ain't feeling it, you need to go back to the drawing board.
Okay.
But you know, because a lot of artists, they do that. They put, oh, I just did a song, and they put it out, and then they're mad because they're not getting any sales or whatever. Well, you made it accessible for free. Now you have a lot of websites that rip music. So now your music is everywhere for free. Nobody want to buy it because they can get it for free. And that was because you went ahead like a dum-dum and put it out there and made it accessible. I don't make nothing accessible.
Okay.
That's why when me and Tony met and I sent him all that music, he was surprised because he was like, wow. And I was like, I am not an accessible person. The element of surprise is very big in music. It has to stay as an element of surprise.
That's awesome. You guys, thank you so much for joining Nessyp Entertainment. I so appreciate it. And you guys have to promise me that you're gonna come back because there's still some stuff.
No, there's a lot more, and there's a lot more stuff coming out.
I know, right?
Mr. Boricua Posse, he's going to be in the Calle Ocho Festival in Miami on the 10th.
Of March?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's one of the biggest Latin festivals in the United States.
Okay.
He's going to be performing there. But before that, he comes here to the studio, and I got a library of music for him, but he still wants to keep on recording, so we're going to keep recording.
Okay, so tell everybody how we can reach you. Like, Tony, if we want to see if you might want to take on another song and produce it, or Anthony, you have some song that you want to put out there. How do we get in touch with you guys?
Okay. First of all, I'm under the label Engine Distributor. We distribute our music in over 100 platforms. I got a website, masterbrecords.com.
Okay.
You could reach me, and really when I pick artists and stuff like that, I do it with Anthony because you know he knows music too. So
right.
I try to keep, you know, we're a team, you know, so I make sure that I let him know, hey, you know, what you think, and his you know, because of his influence, and you know, he's part of the label. As a matter of fact, he's the only signed artist.
Okay.
Anybody else, I do song per song.
Okay.
Because I don't tie nobody up, you know. And I still don't got Anthony tied up, but me and him connected so good, you know, that he trusted me. He goes, here. He knows that I'm not out there to do anything. Plus, you know, he's not a small guy. You know, you got.
Anthony, how am I going to get in touch with you?
If you want to find me, I am on TikTok as Boricua Posse, Instagram as Boricua Posse, and Facebook as Anthony Quinones. And if you see me in Walmart, Kmart, ShopRite, you could talk to me. I'm not bougie.
Okay. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. Well, you guys, there you have it. We have our singer and our DJ, and we'll be back.
Can I just say something?
Sure.
Thank you for having me here on the Nessyp show. I appreciate you. And I do hope to come back again because, as you know, I just came out in a movie, and
Right. We didn't get a chance to talk to that, but
yes,
that's another reason for you guys to come back.
exactly.
That's right. I love
So
it.
I appreciate you having us here, and we hope to come back again soon.
Definitely. Tony, we'll talk later. Anthony, it was so nice to meet you.
You as well.
All
Any
right.
day above ground is beautiful, so appreciate them all.
Very much so. Okay,
Thank you.
this has been Nessyp. Back to you in the studio.